Today we're going to consider 5 judicial nominees. Ryan Young Park, nominated to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. Byron Conway, nominated to the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Wisconsin. U.S. Magistrate Judge Jonathan Hawley, nominated to the U.S. District Court for the Central District of Illinois. April Perry, nominated to the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Illinois. And Judge Gail Walheimer, nominated to the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. I congratulate all the nominees, their families and friends in attendance. I have the privilege of introducing Judge Hawley, Ms. Perry, and Mr. Park today. We also have several visiting senators here to introduce nominees from their home states. It's now my pleasure to introduce U.S. Magistrate Judge Jonathan Hawley, nominated to the Central District of Illinois. He earned his BA from the University of Illinois at Chicago, JD from DePaul. Following law school, clerked on the Illinois 3rd District Appellate Court, U.S. District Court for the Central District of Illinois, and the Illinois Supreme Court. In 1999, he joined the Federal Public Defender's Office for the Central District, became the Chief Federal Public Defender in 2011, litigated over 300 appeals in the Seventh Circuit, directly supervised more than 1,000 appeals, filed 2 briefs in the U.S. Supreme Court. He was selected to serve as magistrate judge in the Central District in 2014. In 2023, Judge Sarah Darrow appointed Judge Hawley to serve as executive magistrate judge for the Central District. Since joining the bench, he has presided over 26 trials that have gone to verdict or judgment. The American Bar Association finds him unanimously well qualified for this position. I look forward to learning more during the hearing about his breadth of experience, and I welcome the judge, his family, and his friends. It's also my pleasure to introduce April Perry, nominated to the Northern District of Illinois, received her BS and JD from Northwestern, clerk for Judge Joel Flom of the Seventh Circuit, Assistant U.S. Attorney in the Northern District for more than a decade. In addition to investigating and prosecuting a broad range of criminal cases, she served as Civil Rights and Hate Crimes Coordinator, Project Safe Childhood and Violence Against Women Act Coordinator, and Narcotics and Gangs Deputy Chief. Following her time in the U.S. Attorney's Office, Ms. Perry served as Chief Deputy State's Attorney and Chief Ethics Officer in the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. Since 2019, Ms. Perry has served as in-house counsel, first at Ubiety, I hope I pronounce that correctly, Ubiety Technologies, and now at GE Healthcare. She served as hearing officer on the Chicago Police Board, acting as an independent and impartial authority, and over the course of her career has tried 26 federal felony cases, almost all of which were jury trials. I look forward to hearing more about her legal experience, and I thank the family and friends supporting her for attending today. Before I turn to my final introduction, I'd like to enter into the record a statement of support for Judge Hawley and Ms. Perry from my colleague, Senator Tammy Duckworth, who could not attend the hearing this morning. She was found unanimously well qualified for this position by the American Bar Association. I'm pleased to introduce Ryan Park, nominated to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. He received his bachelor's degree with distinction from Amherst College and his J.D. summa cum laude from Harvard Law School. Served as law clerk to Judge Jed Rakoff on the Southern District of New York, Judge Robert Katzmann on the Second Circuit, and Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Justice David Souter on the U.S. Supreme Court. Mr. Park then entered private practice before being appointed to serve as Deputy Solicitor General in North Carolina in 2017. In 2020, Mr. Park was appointed to serve as Solicitor General of North Carolina. In this role, he has presented argument in more than 30 appeals, including 10 times in the U.S. Court of Appeals and twice in the U.S. Supreme Court. Mr. Park's work as Solicitor General of North Carolina has earned him support from a wide range of law enforcement organizations, including the National Fraternal Order of Police and the North Carolina Police Benevolent Association. A number of these law enforcement officials are here today in the audience and personally supporting Mr. Park's nomination. In addition, Mr. Park has the support of a bipartisan group of district attorneys in North Carolina, a bipartisan group of his fellow Supreme Court law clerks, including those who have clerked for justices with a much different political philosophy than Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and a bipartisan group of current and former state solicitors general. I congratulate Mr. Park and his family on this nomination. I look forward to hearing his testimony.